You're watching the Sega Driven YouTube channel, and it's back to our Christmas Sage 2023 coverage. In this video we're taking a look at the latest demo of Victory Heat Rally, developed by Skydevilpalm. Now what we've got here is an arcade racer, and there's a lot of influences on this. I'd say the two most obvious ones are Power Drift, what with the sprite scaling and the sort of leaning camera as you sort of corner. Yeah, that's very Power Drift, and clearly a huge influence on the look and feel of this game. And the other one, I suppose, is the CoreOQ games. Stuff like Gadget Racers or Penny Racers on GBA, with the squat little cars and the Mode 7 style tracks. That feels like a huge influence on this game, and it's a welcome one because I really love the CoreOQ games, and they don't get an awful lot of love. There's some absolutely incredible ones on PS2, one called Road Trip Adventure, and another one called Gadget Racers that I would highly recommend. But yeah, that seems to be a big influence on this. But as it plays, it's very much a sort of mix of traditional sort of like kart racing games like Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, or Mario Kart. You've got a drift button, and yeah, if you use that round corners and let go, you will earn boost, which will give you an extra burst of speed as you come out of the corners, which is very much like a kart racing game. The handling model is very arcadey and approachable, nice and easy to pick up this one. Yeah, it's a really good time. I think the overall presentation is incredibly well done. I love the way it looks. It's like it's basically like a HD version of like Power Drift. It's got a lot of that sort of like synthwave style faux 80s aesthetic as well, which I know is very popular at the moment. But it works in favour of the game. I don't think it's a bad choice by any means. And like I say, it controls really well. I think it's actually very impressive how quickly the difficulty ramps up, because with such a, restrictive and limited control setup, that definitely benefits the very simplistic arcadey gameplay. You wouldn't have thought it would be that difficult, but there's a couple of things that really help this. So at the very outer edge of the tracks, there are these little strips. They'll be designed differently depending on what track you're on. But if you run over those, you will lose speed. So there is a focus on keeping a great racing line throughout the circuits so that you can continue to maintain your speed. And yeah, like you've got to use the drifting and the boost mechanic to its absolute best, whilst also maintaining a really tight racing line throughout the circuit and not running over those rumble strips on the edge of the tracks. And yeah, it's a really involved little gameplay loop that actually is very challenging. And by the third circuit, I was having a real hard time trying to place on the rostrum. So yeah, there's a lot to enjoy here, and it's actually very challenging if you want something arcadey that's actually going to test you. So yeah, there's not a lot I can say that's really that negative, to be honest with you, on this one. It's a great old time. It doesn't take itself seriously. I love the little squat CoreOQ Penny Racer style cars. And the big thing that I absolutely love, which is just a silly little addition, but a lot of fun. When you're in first place, you can ram into other cars and send them to their doom, and it's just so much fun. It's really silly and over the top, but yeah, if you're going to make an arcade racing game, why not have something daft, just like if you're in first place? It's just, yeah, you really become overpowered when you're in that first position in this game, but it's an awful lot of fun. So yeah, I think this is a strong recommendation from me. I think this is an incredibly well put together demo, and I'm really excited to see the full game when it eventually releases. You can wishlist this on Steam right now if you're interested. But yeah, definitely check this demo out. It's a really good fun. If you've got any love for an arcade racer, then I think this is going to absolutely tick the boxes for you. Yeah, just a lovely mashup of CoreOQ and Power Drift with, Mario Kart style drifting controls. Just a really good time, honestly. Like, definitely check this out. You'll know just by looking at this whether or not it's up your alley. So yeah, check this one out. Victory Heat Rally, really, really good fun. Highly recommended. Just an incredible package.